Welcome to the Benzino Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. The Caitlin Clark stimulus package just got approved by Congress today. It's fitting that last time a new CBA deal was reached, it was right before COVID-19, and all it takes is for a CC stimulus check to finally kick in, and now all these players are getting a cut. So salute to all of you, all of the Caitlin Clark fans, the Caitlin Clark supporters, and of course Caitlin Clark. Salute to you guys. You guys have paid for players to get a piece of Caitlin Clark's jersey sales, trading card sales, so on and so forth. Anything licensed through the Players Association, players are now getting a cut of it. Players that aren't even in the league anymore. Players that aren't even around anymore. They're getting a cut of the CC stimulus package. It's a new day in the WNBA, and history is upon us. The WNBA generated enough revenue in 2025 to trigger revenue sharing with players for the first time in history. Teams will receive a pot of $8 million to be dispersed among players. $8 million. Alexa Filippo agrees. Big news from Katie Barnes this morning. For the first time in league history, the WNBA generated enough revenue in 2025 to trigger revenue sharing with its players. Before we get right into this, like the video, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate that. Union WNBA made enough money for revenue sharing before. Let's just give them a round of applause. Let's just give them a round of applause. Pop some champagne. Here, a toast to you, the WNBA. For the first time in history, WNBA generated enough revenue in 2025 to trigger revenue sharing with its players, Union leadership told ESPN on Sunday. Union leaders said the league notified player leadership earlier this month that they hit the benchmark. The 13 teams will receive a total of $8 million from the league to disperse among players, the union said. Now, quick tidbit right here. The league notified player leadership earlier this month that they hit the benchmark. So the league notified the players' union. The players' union submitted their proposal shortly after. Within 10 minutes, the league said that proposal's preposterous and submitted their own. So this information, though it's new to us, the players, the owners, they know about this. The owners stand on what their offer was, or should I say, they stood on what their offer was. Has nothing to do with, no, you're still going to get the 15% that we're saying. You're still going to get the $5.65 million salary cap that we're saying. Things didn't change after this information came out. The Women's National Basketball Players Association declined to provide bank statements, the amount of revenue generated by the league, or the number required to trigger the revenue sharing. The WNBA declined to comment on the payments on Monday. Again, they hit the revenue threshold. This doesn't necessarily mean that they made profit, although you'd think that it's likely, doesn't necessarily mean that. Let's say the revenue threshold was just extremely low. In comes the Caitlin Clark stimulus package. They blow it out the water. Here's revenue that we can now finally share. No matter how you cut it, you got to thank CC22. No matter how you cut it up, CC22, thank you. All the Iowa fans that came, thank you. All the Caitlin Clark supporters from all across the country, thank you. All the fans across the world, thank you. It's what the WNBA players should be saying for sure. The revenue targets in the 2020 CBA were based on 2019 revenue numbers and compounded by 20% across subsequent years. The COVID-19 pandemic depressed revenue in the 2020 and 2021 seasons, seemingly making the cumulative targets out of reach until somebody, indeed. The announcement by the union comes amid contentious negotiations between the league and players for a new CBA. Revenue sharing and salary continue to be sticking points. Brianna Turner puts out her chest and says, "This shows our value and how what we're fighting for makes sense and how we should keep fighting." Well, Why was there none in 2022? There was none in 2023 or 4. You better thank a certain somebody who you played with last year. You better thank a certain somebody who you played with last year. The union and the league have repeatedly declined to specify the amount of revenue needed to trigger the sharing. According to the CBA, the union has 30 days to present its proposed payment structure to the league. Union leaders said they expect to submit their proposal within the next 2 weeks. The league's payment is due 60 days after it's issued its report to the union, according to the CBA. I skipped the paragraph. Under the 2020 CBA, players would receive 50% of shared revenue, defined in the CBA as the amount of revenue over a predetermined threshold minus 30% for expenses. In 2025, the players' portion of shared revenue amounted to about $16 million, according to the union. Of that, $8 million will be paid to players who were active in 2025, the union has said. As mandated by the CBA, the other half will be allocated to league marketing agreements, which are off-season initiatives offered to some players to promote the league and its partners. Union leaders also said on Sunday that they will be divvying up $9.25 million to players from licensing revenue generated since 2020 from jersey sales, trading cards, video games, and other merchandise. The union expects to share that money by June 1st. Those payments will be determined by years played from 2020 to 2025, with a maximum of $50,000 to players who are active in each season. More than 250 players are expected to receive payments, including players who have retired or been released. The union previously dispersed $280,000 in licensing revenue to players who played during the 2016-2019 season, with a maximum of $1,600 per year. Listen to that real quick. From 2016 to 2019, they dispersed $280,000. Nobody was buying jerseys, trading cards, merchandise, none at all, none whatsoever. Then from 2020 to 2025, now we're splitting up $50,000 per nearly. We're splitting up $9.25 million. We went from 280 to 9.25. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. The union began pursuing group licensing in 2018 at the direction of outgoing player leadership. According to the union, the Players Association generated over $2.5 million in revenue from group licenses in 2024, and revenue topped $10 million in 2025. The union utilizes a portion of revenue for operating expenses. Quote, "We've grown as a union and put our name, image, and likeness into a collective package." Anneke Ogwumike says, "The union exists for us to be able to represent all players, so I think it's a great way for all players to be able to share in the growth." AKA, if this person sells tons of jerseys, if this person sells trading cards and other merchandise, we eat off that. we eat off that. Nobody's buying my jersey or your jersey or your jersey or her jersey or their jersey, but they're buying that jersey. We eat off that. All right, fair enough. Negotiations over a new CBA, which would begin in the 2026 season, are ongoing. The latest player proposal would give the players 27.5% of gross revenue over the course of the agreement, along with a salary cap less than $9.5 million, while the league's latest proposal would give the players 70% of net revenue over the lifetime of the deal and a $5.65 million salary cap in year one. Now, again, it's not specified whether they're getting whether the league made a profit or not, but you would think that they did. This is Joe Tsai speaking about Caitlin Clark and the stimulus package that she's given everybody across the league.
Shift to business and we can shift to basketball, but I think Caitlin Clark is out for the season, and there's just been a lot of controversy and attention that the WNBA is getting. What has it done right? What has it done wrong? Has the league been doing enough to protect her as a star in the face of the league? It's been almost a microcosm for just a social discussion. Do you want to just talk about that as what you see?
Caitlin Clark definitely had an effect on the WNBA. All the metrics went up. So this was last season, right, when she first came into the league from college. And we've seen all of our metrics from viewership ticket sales, sponsorship, everything went up almost 4x.
Oh,
4x.
4x.
the Caitlin Clark stimulus package. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I appreciate all of the support. Like the video and subscribe. That would mean so much to me. See you next time. And as always, take it easy.